Over the last century, the UK has seen a loss of almost 97% of its species-rich grasslands. The disappearance of these floral-rich habitats has resulted in a loss of colour from our towns and countryside. But perhaps more importantly than this, we've seen a loss of forage for our declining insect pollinators. The 2,400 square kilometres of road verges that transcend our countryside, if managed correctly, can provide important forage for pollinators. In Scotland, we have found that road verges are one of the most important habitats for insect pollinators, and we've recorded over 60 species of pollinators in road verges. The potential value of road verges to pollinating insects is becoming increasingly recognised. However, their value is highly dependent on management. Planting road verges with wildflowers can look incredibly pretty. However, the flowers often only persist for a year or so, and this makes this practice not very sustainable. Exploring different mowing regimes will help to determine options that optimise the natural regeneration of flowering plants from the seed bank. Frequently mown verges with their tennis court appearance support few pollinating insects. However, to prevent scrub encroachment and retain floristic diversity, less intensive mowing is recommended. Annual mowing with the removal of vegetation can help retain floristic diversity. However, access to the cut and lift equipment that is required and disposing of the cuttings can pose a real problem. In some instances, it may be feasible to sacrifice an area of the verge to dispose of cuttings. It's not just the frequency of mowing that impacts on insect pollinators, but also the timing. Road verges are typically cut throughout an area in a very short period of time. As a result, flowers disappear overnight. Staggering cutting within an area, for example cutting one side of the verge at a time, would have a huge impact in stabilising forage through the season. Our research has indicated that road verges provide particularly profitable foraging habitats late on in the season. Late season forage is really important, as this is the point that many bumblebees and hoverflies breed, and bumblebees are gorging in pollen and nectar to prepare for hibernation. Delaying mowing until mid to late September would ensure that the majority of pollinating insects have stopped breeding and queens have built up fat reserves. Finally, where on the road network should we target pollinator-friendly management? Planting central reservations of motorways should be avoided, as pollinators have to cross the busy carriageways, putting them at risk from collisions with traffic. Quieter roads are likely to reduce the risk of traffic collision and should be prioritised. By carefully considering pollinators in road verge management plans, there's great scope to help conserve these insects and the critical pollination services they provide.